Hello friends, my name is Claire and I built a castle in The Sims 4. So I got the new castle kit that came just not too long ago, and I obviously am building a castle. I really wanted this castle to look familiar. If you are a Swiftie, hopefully this gives you love story vibes. I did Google a lot about the castle, and it is called the Gwyneth Castle in Tennessee. You can visit the castle in the month of May during the weekdays because the people that built the castle do live in it. And so, if you want to not travel to Tennessee, but you still want to see the Love Story Castle, you can maybe go download my castle on of the Sims gallery. My gallery ID is green_rose_sims, the same as YouTube and Instagram. I didn't make it exactly like the house or the castle in real life because I wanted to keep it small because I am in school, a little busy with school currently, but I did want to keep like the main parts of like the music video in my castle. And so right now we are working on a little secret garden where she goes to find Romeo and talk and they sneak off together. And I also wanted these sculptures underneath the open windows to be Romeo and Juliet. That might not make sense, but I wanted those to like represent Romeo and Juliet, and I really wanted this castle to look accurate, even though it's not completely accurate. Like, I googled one picture and I saw there's like a sunroom on the right side. I didn't want to include that, and so we are just going to be adding a little lantern for Juliet to go run off with Romeo. Again, trying to keep most of these things accurate to the music video that was so long ago, but I think is one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs and music videos. So really had to keep it accurate, and now we're just working on the landscaping in this secret garden area. I wanted the colors to be reminiscent of Taylor Swift's different albums. So I got like the purple for the Enchanted album. I got the red for the Red album. I got the blue flowers for the 1989 album. And for the Fearless album, which is the song that came with Love Story, it's kind of like a red, or not, it's not red, it's like goldy yellow color, and so that was kind of hard to find, but I do find a rug that kind of reminds me of that color and also reminds me of the dress that Taylor Swift uses in the music video. And so we are just going to add a little bit more landscaping in the back. I really wanted this to give secret garden aspects of this area, and now we are just going to be heading on the inside of the house or the castle. I first add this fountain, which I know there's no fountain in like the real castle, but I wanted to use a lot of items from the romantic garden pack because I kind of forgot that pack exists until I'm like, secret garden. Oh, romantic garden items. And so we are just going to be adding some tapestry from the vampires pack as well as some cabinets. And so this is the kitchen area, and I wanted this area just kind of be small. I didn't really want this area to be the main focus. It is also a little bit hard to design a kitchen with round walls, and so this is in the right turret if you are looking like on the front side of the house. And so we are just going to be making sure I get all the necessary items since this is a small and oddly shaped kitchen. I do also have a little dining area. There's not like a grand throne room area or grand dining hall area. I was imagining that this would be more like an Airbnb anyway, so you probably would want to like go to like a fancy restaurant instead of like cooking in the house, you'd want to maybe go exploring this area. This is built in Brindleton, not Brindleton Bay. This is built in the world of Humphrey on Baddeley that came with the cottage living pack. It just seemed like a nice little area that reminded me of the music video, and so we are just going to be adding some benches into this like kind of hallway foyer area when you first walk in to the house. And here's that rug I was talking earlier about. It kind of reminds me of Taylor Swift's like dress in the music video. I do add another rug on the second level that kind of gives off some love story on tour vibes. You'll see it when I go onto the second level. But first we are just going into the office area, which isn't really like a necessary space. I didn't add a bathroom on this first floor, so this would be a great space to convert into a bathroom. And so we are adding a typewriter. I know it's not like Castle accurate, but I wanted to make sure that your Sims could access the computer, and it's not like a completely modern item, and so I felt like it worked. Kind of gave me some like folklore vibes, and so we are just going to be adding some plants. I do use the cats and dogs pack for the open windows, and so I try to incorporate some other items from that pack. I did not use the lighthouse picture, which is one of my favorite pictures and item I try to use in most of my builds or whenever I am using the cat and dogs pack. And so we are just going to be adding some pictures into this hallway, or not hallway, into this office space, and going into the other side of the turret, which I put a grand piano in. I don't know, just feel like it would be the best place for grand piano. I did give this lot the trait of good acoustics, and so it just felt fitting to put a lot of instruments near and around this house or castle. Sorry, I keep saying house, but I mean keep meaning to say castle. If you can't tell, I do a lot of houses on my YouTube channel, and so we are just going to be adding some pictures from the Strange Reel pack, which I know Taylor Swift doesn't do a lot of like desert landscaping like videos, but I wanted to use some of those like vintage items from the Strangerville pack, and so I just kind of wanted to not like just use that one strange item from Strangerville. Okay, hit that back. There's a lot of strange items from Strangerville. So anyway, we are on the second level, and first off we are working on a little living room space, and I give this area kind of a color theme of red. That's also another Taylor Swift album, if you didn't know. And so here's that rug I was thinking that looked like her love story song when she was on her Fearless tour. And so I did want to keep this castle like kind of generic in some ways, like it could just be any castle. But yes, there is a lot of Taylor Swift references, or I tried to add a lot of Taylor Swift references. I am also currently adding a bathroom onto this second level, so any guests that come through this house can use the bathroom. Anyway, I do work on both of these bathrooms kind of back to back. Like, I found something kind of yellow goldy, and so I had to include that since that's the color of the album. And so we're also going to be using this tile from the Discover University pack. No, it is the High School Years pack. I do use items from the Discover University pack, such as these windows, but not in the primary bathroom, in this hallway bathroom. I do use the shower tub combo from the Vampires pack in this bathroom, and the sinks are from the Cats and Dogs pack, and the mirrors are from the Get Together pack. I keep both of these bathrooms pretty similar, and so we are just going to be adding just a few more details and moving on to the rest of the castle. Just felt like having some toilet paper and a towel to dry off on would be a little bit of a necessary item to add, and so now we are just going to be finishing up the bathroom in the primary suite, and I do kind of go into the bedroom after I finish doing this bathroom, and I don't really like have the primary bedroom like a specific Taylor Swift album theme. If you, that may not make sense, but this is one of those generic rooms that I was trying to do, and I was thinking maybe that the people who would be Airbnb this house would maybe their daughter or son would be a big Taylor Swift fan, and so they're kind of just at this castle for their child's sake, and they like, okay, I will stay in the generic bedroom. You can stay in a room that is themed to another Taylor Swift album, which I don't want to spoil it yet. I'll wait until I get to the second bedroom. And so we are just going to be adding a rug. This is the same rug in the downstairs, but just in a different swatch. And so we are just going to be adding some lanterns, trying to keep like the lighting of the castle accurate to a medieval time period, and in no means am I a historic expert or have a history degree. I was just kind of going off of what I felt looked nice, and so if you like this video, please make sure you hit that like button. Maybe soon I'll do another castle. I don't really know if I want to make another castle in my next video, just because I try to mix it up, try not to like do too many things that are similar, and so we are just going to be finishing up like the hallway space. Is going to be adding some pictures, trying to keep those pictures accurate. There's a lot of like modern art in the game, and I wanted to keep it very accurate to a castle period. So we are just going to be adding some musical instruments, and like I said earlier, this house has good acoustics, and it also has a romantic era. I felt like it was appropriate to have like a romantic era in this castle, since it is based off of love story, and I don't know, I feel like castles are just kind of romantic anyway, so we are just going to be adding a little microphone, and I do make like two different like music areas. So there's like a guitar and violin in one part of the turret, and there's like the piano in the other side of the turret, which kind of gives me like folklore cardigan like music video vibes, that kind of like smaller piano. And so we are just now in the second bedroom, which I was imagining would be for one of the hardcore 50s, and I designed this room off of the Lover album. This bed really kind of spoke like, yes, this is a Lover themed bedroom, and so we are just going to be using most of these items from the high school years pack. I do use this bed still, but just in the one sim bed, like the smaller, kind of like more twin size style. But I did want to keep this kind of pastel cotton candy aspects, because that's what it looks like in album to me. Luckily, the Sims kind of goes off of those same colors. Luckily, I don't know why it feels surprising to me. So we are just going to be adding this circle rug that kind of gives some more of those pastel colors. And I do add a little feature wall on the bed, like by the bed. I wanted to like add like some story nights, just because that seemed like kind of cool. Also a little bit to honor the midnight era. I don't really know if I like to name a song on that album. I prefer more of the older Taylor Swift songs, but I did want to like give some like different albums a little spotlight in a way, and so we are just going to be adding some realm of magic items into the castle, and so now we're just going to be adding a lot of different like older pieces. I didn't like go too overboard with these like items. I do go with the Realm of Magic bed instead of the one from Discovery University because I realized I used that bed from Discovery University last week, but I do want to say the curtains from Realm of Magic work really well with the kind of gothic church windows that we got in this pack and or this kit. So we are just going to be getting close to the end of the video. Going to be getting close to the screenshots. It's going to add a few more pictures to make it look a little bit more accurate to a medieval time period. And so I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you download this house, comment down below how many footballs I placed in this lot. I'll give you a hint. There are 2 in the second bedroom or the lover's bedroom. Please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. That would mean so much to me. I hope you all have an amazing week. I post new videos every single Tuesday, so I hope to see you all then. Bye!